Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Meditation for Productivity. It's Tuesday, the 28th of February. It's almost 12 noon UK time. So, welcome on board and thank you for joining us today. So, just to go through what is our usual program, we usually run for about 20 to 30 minutes, divided into three sections. First of all, we just do a little bit of instruction on how to use meditation for productivity. And those of you who are new, and those of you who may be trying this for the first time or just interested in how it works, we'll run through that explanation for you. Then we're going to do a mindfulness tool. That's something you can use throughout the working day to refresh yourself, kind of reset, and make sure that you're able to keep on plan with the goals that you wish to achieve. And then we'll do a short meditation, which will be a visualization meditation, which will take you through visualizing your achieving the particular goals that you want to achieve for today, for any day that you do this. Okay, so it is now 12 noon, and we'll make a start. So the way this works is that we use a type of meditation to visualize the achievement of the goals that we've set ourselves. Now, I leave separately to you the setting of your goals. You'll know what you want to achieve, and there are many good ways, good books, good podcasts, good YouTube bloggers who deal with goal setting. And so I'll leave that largely to you, but there's a few points that I think we do need to bear in mind. The traditional SMART goals, they need to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and of course, time related. But for this particular practice, we really need to be able to have a visual picture of them in our mind. Now, by visual, I don't just mean seeing, I mean being able to use all of the senses potentially in our mind, in our imagination, to be able to experience the doing, the achieving, and the completion of the particular goals that we have in mind. Part of this is training ourselves to experience satisfaction with the doing, not just the aftermath of having achieved something. So, the findings of neuroscience are suggesting very strongly that those people who release dopamine and other happy chemicals while they're doing their task are far more likely to achieve it, are far more productive, and are generally more successful. Better to be happy while you're doing it than always be looking forward to the reward that comes afterwards. So we need to be able to understand which goals we're going to use, and then we need to have a rough idea of how we're going to visualize them. Now, some people say visualizing is rather difficult for them, not very good at it, but largely that's because they've never tried it. It's like riding a bike or learning to swim or play a musical instrument. You're really not going to just take it and pick it up immediately because you do need to train for it. And Mindful Work Life provides plenty of training on how to use visualization for meditation. And you'll find guidance on that and how you can learn more at our website, which is www.mindful-worklife.com. Mindful-worklife.com. So there are three stages to this. First of all, we set the particular goal that we want to achieve, and we have a clear idea in our mind as to how we're going to visualize the launching of the doing of that goal, the actual activities we need in order to complete the task, and then the completion of the goal once we've actually finished it, how that feels, what that looks like. All of the senses can be involved in all three stages. So that's our planning bit up front, if you like. And you can take all of the goals and tasks that you have for a particular day or a week or a project and work through them all systematically. There's no end to how much you can use this. Second stage is to get focused so that we stop that busy mind which so often distracts us from being able to focus on the things that we want to do. And this is particularly important in meditation and in visualization meditation, we will be using a particular meditation object in order to focus and stabilize the mind so we can minimize the amount of noise and distractions that's taking us away from being able to be with the visualizing, the feeling, the being of doing and completing our particular task. And then there comes the meditation itself. Once we feel that we have a stable mind that has a minimal level of distractions, there'll always be some distractions there in the background, those kind of wispy background thoughts. But we're talking about not going off on tangents here, there, or whatever, not going off on tangents, but being able to have enough stability in the mind to create these visual sensory experiences in the imagination of actually doing and achieving your particular task. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get on to our mindfulness tool today. We're going to do the basic meditation mindfulness tool, which we can call the basic breathing space or the simple breathing space. And to do this, we simply take an in breath, breathing in rather deeper than we normally would. Don't force the air, don't force or strain, but just breathe in slightly deeper than you would normally do. And then on the out breath, just notice how you're feeling. Just do that a few times. Breathing in slightly deeper, and then breathing out and noticing what's in the mind. Maybe a thought, maybe an image or picture in the mind. You can do this with your eyes open or closed as you prefer. Maybe an emotion, maybe a feeling, maybe perception in the body, such as being aware of your body on the chair or your feet on the floor, or aware of your breathing or whatever. Just breathing in slightly deeper than normal, noticing as you breathe out. In, notice, and breathe out. And just repeat that a few times. And staying with the breathing in, notice, and breathing out. Not forcing anything, just let it happen naturally. If the mind wanders away from doing this, then just gently bring it back. Breathing in, noticing, breathing out. And we're going to add on to that out breath just that awareness of what you need to do next. So if you're doing this when you're going about your daily tasks, it'll be an awareness of what's coming next in the day. So you might be doing this sitting at your desk. You just use the mindfulness tool to take 1 or 2 minutes out, or maybe even just 30 seconds out. Breathing in, notice, and then be aware of the next task that's coming. It might be to send an email, might be to draft a plan, whatever, make a phone call. Breathing in, noticing, awareness of the task. So that when you have finished doing the mindfulness tool, you go straight into the doing of that task. Gradually, as you develop this skill, you'll notice there's a sense of satisfaction or motivation that arises from that transition between letting go of the thought that was in your mind and the awareness of the task you're going to do next. So just sticking with that again a little bit, breathing in, noticing, breathing out. Breathing in, noticing, aware of your task, breathing out. You don't have to visualize or experience the whole doing of the task in this particular mindfulness tool, because it's just an awareness that that's what you're going to do next. It's, if you like, a resolve, a resolution to get on with the next thing in your day so that you maintain your level of productivity. So just a few more, breathing in, aware, mindful of your task, breathing out, breathing in, aware, and now mindful of your task, breathing out. So if you manage to stick with that and you've done that and you're beginning to get some sense of that awareness of your thoughts or experiences with the transition from the in breath to the out breath, and then you're able to recall or notice an awareness of what that next task you need to do is, well done. You're beginning to master this mindfulness tool, and that's an achievement in itself. So then try this practice a few times throughout the day. Particularly good if you catch yourself falling in motivation, or you sense your productivity has gone down and you're stuck in a groove, or you're feeling a little bit lacking in imagination or creativity. Try this mindfulness tool, the basic breathing space. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our meditation for today. So, as I said, there are three stages that we need to consider in the meditation. First of all, we're going to bring to mind a particular goal or objective that you want to achieve. Can be today's goal or objective, the one thing that you set a must do task for today, or it could be a broader thing. It needs to be very specific, not general or vague, not general like, oh, I want to be a bit healthier, or I really must get around to getting some exercise, but it needs to be specific. So, if, for example, it was specific and it was health related or exercise related, it will be in the nature of, I am going to go to the gym at 5 o'clock today. Just an example, I'm going to go to the gym at 5 o'clock today. You can visualize the gym, say where you go. If you're a regular gym member, I can visualize going in. I can visualize changing into my exercise clothes. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the exercise bike and so on. I can visualize myself getting onto the bike, and I can get a sense for feeling now the movement of my limbs, my legs as I'm cycling the bike, awareness of what's around me, what I see, what I hear. You may actually have your AirPods in listening to your music while that's happening or whatever. Whatever it is you do, have a detailed, total experience, not just a vague, oh, I want to do a bit more exercise, or I think I'll try and get down to the gym. You get the idea. It's very detailed. The difference between someone sketchily summarizing the plot of a TV drama that you're watching and you actually watching it and experiencing the full picture, the sounds. But with this, you can experience things like the sense of smell, the sense of movement in it as well. In fact, you'll get more details than you would get if you were watching a TV documentary about yourself doing this. Okay, so while I've been saying that, hopefully you have brought your particular objective to mind and you're ready to launch the experience of doing this. Okay, so now it's the time for our meditation, and we're going to start by getting in a comfortable posture. So, probably you're sitting down on a chair, but you can do this standing up or lying down or even walking if you want to, but that's a more advanced stage. So, begin making life easy for yourself. Let's say you're going to do it sitting on a chair. Make sure that your position, your posture is stable on the chair. So I have my feet firmly on the ground, both feet flat on the floor. I've got a nice stable position. The bottom of my back and my seat is firmly supported by the chair. I'm not leaning backwards, so I'm likely to get neck ache, and I'm not slumping over, so I might fall asleep. Roll out your shoulders. Make sure if there's any stiffness in the shoulders or the neck that you're working that out, and begin by taking a few longer, deeper breaths. Breathing all the way in and breathing all the way out. Allow yourself to relax, becoming calmer. Breathing in, nice, long, deep breath. Breathing out all the way out. Now focus your intention completely on the breath. Your intention is to be with the breath, to notice the breath, to stay with the breath, just noticing the breath, not forcing it. Probably want to have your eyes closed. You can have them open if you wish, but probably your eyes closed, hands comfortably resting on the lap or the arms of your chair or on your knees if you prefer. Just make sure that you have a relaxed alertness. And just check your posture again to make sure it's comfortable, that you're not slumping over, that you feel that you have that good combination between being relaxed and alert. Staying with the breath, noticing the breath. Whenever the mind is distracted, then just gently bring it back to your awareness of the breath. Aware of the in breath and the out breath. Allow your concentration to stabilize as your body is still. Your mind can become still and focused, and you can relax. Total awareness of the breath, just accepting breathing naturally, not trying to force anything, breathing normally, and now maintain that awareness of the breath. And when you feel that you have sufficient stability focusing on the breath, then move your attention to the goal that you wish to achieve, beginning to see yourself starting the actions that you need to do to launch that goal, that particular objective, what you need to do to start it. And see this in the mind's eye. It doesn't have to be a perfect image. If the image is faint, that's fine. But explore the details. Explore the details of the posture of your body, what you're doing, what it is that you're doing to achieve this task as you move from the beginning of the doing of the task into the next activities in the sequence of completing this particular goal. See yourself performing the actions that you need to do. Allow yourself to experience the sounds that are associated, an awareness of how it feels in the body, maybe the movement of the body, the limbs, the hands. Allow yourself to experience with the seeing and the hearing that sense of any movement that's associated with this task. Add to that any sense of smell or even of taste that's involved, so that you're fully engaging with all of the senses and experiencing the completion of this task, remembering to experience this in all the details. So the image and the experience becomes one of detail and not just a general picture, but something where you could tell someone else about it afterwards. So experience the seeing, the hearing, any sense of movement, any associated sense of smell or taste. All of these factors, just exploring the details. You are doing and achieving the chosen task. And as you are completing this particular task, allow yourself to experience that sense of satisfaction, of contentment that comes from getting this task done, pleasure from the doing of it. Allow that sense of satisfaction to grow so that you experience that satisfaction along with the experience of doing the task. And now moving towards the concluding activities associated with this particular task. The things that you do to bring this task to completion. Experience that sense of satisfaction of having successfully completed the task, successfully bringing it to its end, having completed this exactly the way that you wanted to achieve it. Just allow yourself a well done for having got on and done this. And now drawing the meditation to a close. Gradually transition back to the awareness of where you are, the space around you. Move around if you wish to, if there's any stiffness in the neck or shoulders in particular. Okay, so that's a productivity meditation for your particular task. And I recommend that you do this exercise every day, preferably more than once a day. Why not begin the day in the morning by looking at what you have set yourself to do for that particular day and take the most important task or two or three tasks and work through each of them with this visualization and meditation. Remember to set an awareness and expectation of what you will experience beforehand. So the conscious mind has fully decided on what you're going to do when you go into the focused part of the meditation. Stage two is focusing. Use the breath to focus if you can. If you don't like the breath, then use another sensation in the body, such as maybe the sensation of sitting on the chair or the sensation of the feet or whatever. And then visualize and fully experience the beginning, the doing, and the concluding of the task. Well, that's it for today, but I would like to tell you about a beginner's mindfulness event that we're holding on Saturday, the 25th of March online. That'll be from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. UK time. It's on Saturday, the 25th of March. And if you'd like to register for that, then email us at info@mindful-worklife.com or go on to the Mindful Work Life website, and you can register there either using contact or the registration button. That's www.mindful-worklife.com. So if you complete that particular morning's training, then you'll also be eligible to join us on Wednesday, the 3rd of May in the evening, between 7:30 and 9 p.m. UK time. And that will be a follow-up session for you to deepen the skills that you learnt on the Saturday morning. So I wish you good meditation. I wish you a productive week until I see you again next Tuesday at 12 noon UK time. Thank you for joining us and all the best for now. Goodbye.